Hi, this is Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. This time I'm going to show you how to get PureVPN running on your Fire TV stick so you can browse the internet safer when you're away from home. And that starts now. Been doing several videos lately about different streaming media receivers, and the Fire Stick is probably going to be the one I'll be taking with me on some travels I've got coming up here fairly soon. But one thing, and I've talked about this in other videos, and I really can't stress it enough, is you've got to have, if you don't get this exact Bluetooth keyboard, please get one that works with the Fire Stick that you like, because this one has saved me a lot of typing, because you go back and forth, and you those of you who got the Fire Stick know what I'm talking about. You're going back and forth and your thumb's going all over the place, and by the time you get through, you're like, okay, where's the ice? I've now pulled a muscle. So this is well worth the cost of it. It does have a built-in rechargeable battery, so that's one less battery you've got to worry with in keeping things up and running. Now, this is not something you have to have, but this you'll thank yourself for it. So there is an affiliate link in the bottom of this. I do get a small commission on that, but guys, even if you don't use that link, please get one. I believe that strongly in it, and I went out and bought this myself. Now, in getting into VPNs, this is something that, especially when you have to deal with a walled garden situation, you're going to have to be in the open for that brief period of time. But you can't always depend on the HTTPS or whatever security is being used in the web browser to protect you. So once you've gotten yourself past the walled garden in the hotel or motel or wherever conference center you're using their connection, immediately fire up the VPN. That's going to give you a safe connection well outside their network. So if somebody's trying to sniff and see what's going on, all they're going to see is a bunch of encrypted packets coming to and from you to get things running. There are several services. PureVPN is the first one I came across, and here's why you're not going to see a lot of the VPN services from me. Yes, a lot of them will run on smartphones. Yes, a lot of them will run on laptops, whether it's Mac or Windows. But what separates the difference is PureVPN, and I'm going to show you one other one that installs as a native application on the Fire TV stick. Because even though I'll be taking a travel firewall with me, say that for some reason I forget a cable with it, or it doesn't want to work for some reason, this way I can establish a VPN connection directly out of the Fire TV stick. So really, I always like having redundancy. So that's why that I chose to take that approach. Now, bear with me as I switch over to a video that I shot a little bit earlier, and you'll kind of go through the process. And for those of you who are listening on the podcast, I'm sorry, I tried to be as descriptive as I could, but this is something definitely you'll want to come over to YouTube, and hopefully I'm working through another service right now that will make it easily available for if you don't have your computer handy. But anyway, here's the video, and well, I thought I was saying here's the video. Let's get it over here. We'll grab it, and then, oh, come on. Well, we'll just go up here and do it the old-fashioned way. One more time here. No, it's not going to do it. All right, hang on here. We'll try it now. Okay, now we've switched over to the camera. I'm trying a different camera this time, so hopefully it's not going to have some of the going in and out of focus the way we did before. We'll go over here to apps, and then we will hit the little search button on the Bluetooth keyboard. And if you haven't gotten this keyboard, folks, you will love it. So we'll type PureVPN.com, and then we will go down here. Actually, we didn't want .com. I don't know what I was thinking of. Let's backspace. Okay, there we go. I was thinking .com when I didn't need to. So we will press OK. And that's find what we want. So we'll press OK again. And then, okay, one more time. You can tell the lawyers have been involved in this, and that's going to say queued, and it'll momentarily start downloading here. And it'll take a little bit of time to install. Again, we're putting a potentially rather resource intensive app on a Fire Stick, so it's, I dare say if we could tell what the CPU utilization was, it's probably stepping and fetching. Okay, now this is done, so we can just simply click on OK. And what it's not real intuitive about is there's 4 little dots you can see on the very bottom of the screen. Well, you try pressing OK and it's not going to do anything. You literally have to press the right arrow 4 times until you see the finish button come up. And then you can press OK. And this is where you enter your VPN credentials. And obviously it liked at that time. Okay, so really this is, the worst part's over with, is getting the app down there and installed. You can either click Quick Connect. If you need to come from a certain country, say you're in overseas and you want to appear as if you're a U.S. address, then you can just click on the country and it will find the server that it needs to connect to so that you can appear like you are in that country. So if you're out of the country and want to see content that's only licensed in the U.S., this is how you would do that. Or if you want to just have a safe connection out, such as we're going to see here in just a moment, and it takes a little while to connect, nothing bad, but again, we're taxing a Fire Stick a little bit. So now it says connected to United States, so we'll hit the home button on the keyboard and we'll let it refresh, and we will go to Chrome. Now this is the address that I had prior to coming on. So you saw the 72.129. Okay, so we'll go down here and we'll hit next and we'll refresh. Voila, 46.243. So I thought I was connecting US, but anyway, you see the idea here. I mean, this is, you're now on a VPN, so you can browse a little more safely than you could just connecting in. And where I'm going to show you here in a future video, I'll be using the different networks at a couple of hotels and show what it's like to get through the walled garden or the little gateway you have to get to. And this is where the keyboard is going to pay for itself. I can't stress that enough. So anyway, that's pretty much the sum and total of connecting with a VPN. I'm going to go back in here and we're now going to disconnect. And we'll use the mouse, and that's where there's a little pad on here, and I'll get it just the little circle over there, and then I'll hit the left mouse button, and we're disconnected. Really can't be much easier than that. And that's pretty much the sum and substance of things. Sorry, I've got to change a setting on something here on the fly. But when I talk about the little mouse pad, it's this part right here, and this really is, it takes some getting used to. They did give you some instructions here on what to do, and the biggest challenge I've had, and this is no fault of the keyboard, it's me learning how this works with the Fire Stick and some of the other devices, is the difference between the backspace and delete, and sometimes it's a matter of how they get mapped. Now, something that I will tell you is this apparently doesn't have a one-to-many relationship, because I had this paired with my NVIDIA Shield after I had worked with my Fire Stick some, and every time I started typing in this, the NVIDIA Shield started turning on, which it took me a while to figure that one out, because I'm used to whatever device is active, but apparently this one was pairing. Once you pair it, then it's paired with another device. But that can always be changed. That's not a big deal, but certainly if you're going to be doing some traveling, you're going to be taking a Fire Stick with you, and I'm going to be looking at some of the others. Right now, the VPN functionality is not available on the Roku, at least not that I've seen yet, and I am looking for options. I'm also looking for a version. I may end up taking my NVIDIA Shield with me. I'm trying to find a stick version equivalent that has the Android TV on it, and there have been ones out there, but they're not being sold anymore for whatever reason. So I hope the video gave you a little bit better idea of what you're dealing with. It really is very, it's very straightforward, much easier than I was expecting, because I had been planning on taking a Intel compute stick with me with Windows 10 or something on it, that I'm now starting to rethink that, because I think this keyboard and the Fire TV may give me just about everything I want. Now, granted, there's some things such as running Flash or some of the other add-ons that may not work. So it's going to be a trade-off. But if you're dealing with a pure browser situation and you go with the version of Chrome, or the in the earlier video I showed you the direct links to get the Android APK file, so you can get the regular version of Chrome that you're used to with your laptop or smartphone, regular version of Firefox, so you've got more functionality equivalent of what you're looking for. It's at least something to consider. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be going on some travels here, and I will actually show you some videos from the hotels where I will be staying at. And so you can see how I go through and do it. So it makes it a little bit easier. So it's one less thing you have to try to think, okay, well, now do I do this? And I'm going to try to reach out to some of the hotels and make sure their PR people are not going to have a problem. I don't think they should, but still, I want to try to reach out to them and just see if there's anything that I need to be aware of, but I'm not going to be giving any state secrets, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm looking at some other ideas for traveling. So I'm always, trying to see what different options are out there. If you have anything that you'd like to try and have it, let me know, and I'll see. I've still got a little bit of time here before I've got to hit the happy trail. So if I can pick up some other things, and if I've got time, because I'm going to be in some meetings on this one trip, so I may not have a lot of time available, but I still want to do what I can to help give you some additional content and help you not have to experiment while you're on the road so much that you can just sit there and shake, rattle, and roll and get it done. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and then click the bell notification. I'm also available via iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn. I'm looking at some other distribution options, trying to make this content as available as I can for you. Now, this is the first edition of the book that's out. What's up on the screen right now. I am working on volume 2, and that will be out probably later this year, early next year. I've just got some more things I've got to get done with that. So I'm probably looking at a version of the book, probably a new volume about once a year, because there's several things that were going to be hitting the second book that weren't in the first one. And that's always going to be the case with the different things that I'm looking at. So thank you very much for your time in watching this, and please reach out to me in comments. I'm trying to keep those caught up as best I can. If there's anything you'd like to try, please let me know. And above all, thank you for watching the videos, and I really do appreciate the comments. Take care, and we'll talk soon.